Does avocado oil suck for frying eggs? The answer is yes, it does. Allow me to illustrate by showing you how I spent my afternoon yesterday frying a bunch of eggs using avocado oil and trying to get them to be non-stick and slide in various pieces of cookware. And guess what? Every stinking egg stuck, no matter what I tried with the avocado oil. Now, for my testing, I started with some Eggland's Best eggs. I got various pieces of cookware, which we'll get into here in a minute. I used the Breville Control Freak induction burner, and I like this for testing because you can dial in specific temperatures and get consistent results between various pans. And for my avocado oil, I use this Olivari avocado oil I got at Costco, 100% pure, non-GMO, should be some pretty good stuff. And I want to point out here, I am not opining on the quality of this oil or its real or perceived health benefits versus any other cooking fat or value. I'm simply talking about using it for frying eggs and trying to get them to not stick to a pan. And what I did was just fry eggs in various pans at various temperatures and various methods. First egg here starting out at 260, and that is in the comprehensible Fahrenheit system, not in the incomprehensible Celsius or centigrade system, using a Mauviel 10-inch stainless steel frying pan. Bringing the pan up to temp. On this Control Freak, once it hits the temperature, I'm allowing the pan to sit for a minute just to allow heat to diffuse out through the pan, make sure it's preheated properly. Add a tablespoon of the avocado oil. In goes my egg. And I note here for these eggs, I am using room temperature eggs. And, oh, stuck like the proverbial duck. I washed that pan. I actually had to use Barkeeper's Friend on it to get that stuck egg gunk out of there, but it was clean, and thought, well, maybe a little more heat is what I need. I went up to 300. Same procedure. And, oh, stuck again. I felt like I was on a little bit of a roll here, so instead of stopping to wash that pan and Barkeeper's Friend it, I went with, I grabbed one of my Debouillet Mineral B carbon steels. Here's my 9.5-inch Debouillet Mineral B omelet pan, my go-to egg pan, my favorite pan in the whole world. And using 325 here, same procedure, stuck. And here I thought, well, maybe that carbon steel, it's thicker, it's heavier. Maybe I should let it preheat a little bit longer. So I wiped that pan out, got as much of that gunk out as I possibly could. And if you've ever watched some of Jacques Pepin's videos, in the one where he makes crepes, he always says the first crepe is for the dog. A lot of times that first thing you cook doesn't go very well, but the next piece you cook works well. Tried it with an egg and stuck. Going up to 350 here with a different Debouillet carbon steel. This is a 10.25-inch Mineral B. I don't like cooking eggs at 350. It's way too hot. The eggs splatter. The white tends to brown and burn while not even bringing the yolk up to the consistency of maple syrup, for example. And I don't like cooking eggs at 350, but I thought I'd try it anyway. Stuck. So if too much heat doesn't work, I thought, well, maybe I should drop it way down. Went down to 235. Here using an All-Clad 12-inch D3 stainless steel. And I also thought, well, maybe I was letting that oil heat up too much. You occasionally hear the old adage, hot pan, cold oil, and the food won't stick. So I got the pan heated to 235, put the oil in, and put in the egg immediately thereafter, and still just stuck. I thought, well, maybe a tablespoon of avocado oil is too much oil. Went up to 300 degrees and used an All-Clad copper core stainless steel here. Used more of a splash of oil, just a half of a tablespoon. Got the egg in there, and again, it's stuck. Now for reference, I know that each of these pans can produce non-stick sliding fried eggs. And you know how I know that? Because I've done video reviews of each of these pans and I've shown doing it. However, In each of those videos, I use butter. And I gotta say, for the moment, butter is the reigning king of fats for frying eggs. So that was 7 eggs in a row that stuck, not just stuck, but really fused to the pan, where I actually had to scrape them out. I occasionally get an egg where a lot of it slides, but maybe it's kind of hanging on one corner, and maybe it rips the white just a little bit. That's usually the worst that happens. These were absolutely fused to 5 different pans. And I kind of called off the testing here for 2 reasons. One is I got 5 pans with stuck on egg in there, and I'm going to have to do a lot of cleaning and probably have to re-season those carbon steels. And 2, my wife gets on me if I waste food, and I tried to eat all these eggs and I ate 6 of the 7, even though they were kind of mangled. They tasted okay, but by egg number 6, I was absolutely tired of fried eggs. However, there will be more testing with different oils on the way. Make sure you are subscribed and you have your notifications turned on. We're going to be testing olive oil, peanut oil. If there is an oil you would like me to test for frying an egg, let me know in the comments section below, and I'll see if I can include it in the test. But for right now anyway, I say butter remains king for frying eggs. We will see if any of these other oils can knock good old butter off the throne in upcoming episodes. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. We'll see you again next time on Uncle Scott's Kitchen.